What's up, Pro Wrestling Legacy? We have finally returned before the Big Bang.
Yeah.
My name is XIX.
My name is Marco Sabio Romero.
I'm Nate Rivers.
And basically we are here to break down our biggest event of the year that's going to happen at the El Paso County Coliseum's Judging Arena on January 6th. We're going to be hosting basically the Big Bang 2, which is going to include some of the biggest matches all year.
Huge star-studded lineup, Marco and XX, starting with Thrash versus Cosmo Orion. Then we got the huge six-match ground match. Winner of that gets a guaranteed title shot, either the Lone Star title, World title, or tag team titles with a partner of their choice. Then, of course, Aydan versus Gino Toldyouso. Aydan coming off a horrific injury. Then, of course, Mask versus title. Tiger Man Jr. versus Marty Snow. Lone Star title on the line. Tiger Man Jr.'s mask on the line. Then after that, three of the best tag teams in the 915 6x6 area. Fat and the Furious, Angeles Rebeldes, and the Hate Brothers. No, not winner take all, just three teams going at it, seeing who's the best. Then for the world title, we got Norinco versus Skybird. Norinco won the Battle of Star Mountain Tournament, earning the title shot at Big Bang. Then of course in the main event, we got Stallion Rogers versus Alco Padre, the rematch after their amazing first encounter.
Yeah, exactly. So besides, before we get this going, we do want to do a little recap of last year's Big Bang. Basically the whole reason why PWL is here and the whole reason why we're here tonight to go ahead and describe what happened last year. So from last year's Big Bang, I know it was my first actually PWL event when I was here. I know my first match was Stan versus Norinco. That's something that I know we're gonna have Norinco on our co-main event going against Skybird. So that's gonna be an amazing match. But that was my pick of the litter from last year's Big Bang. But what do you guys think from last year's?
I think for me it had to be Cosmo Orion versus Marty Snow. The match that, in my opinion, really push-started Pro Wrestling Legacy to become what it is today. Of course, the crowning of the inaugural Pro Wrestling Legacy Championship, where Cosmo Orion, of course, did defeat Marty Snow. I still say to this day, that's probably the best match of 2022 altogether.
I'm actually agreeing with XIX for once. Cosmo versus Marty was by far possibly the best match in the year for PWL.
That was awesome. So right, go ahead and we're here from our sponsors, and we're gonna start breaking down every single match that we're gonna see at this year's Big Bang at the Coliseum.
Back to the sponsors. Our first match we're going to talk about for the Big Bang is Thrash versus Cosmo Orion. XX, you want to say anything?
This is a match that does have me by surprise, like we just mentioned earlier before. Last year's Big Bang, Cosmo Orion was in the main event, and now he's opening up the show. The downfall is real. It's insane to see, and he's going against one of PWL's rookies from the academy. Not anyone big like Marty Snow.
Yeah, Thrash basically started wrestling in March, which going against Norinco, right? That was his first match here. So it is a huge punch going down from what Cosmo Orion is, or was, maybe we can say, to what it is now. Nonetheless, though, I do believe it's going to be a really well opening match. It's for the Judging Arena at the Coliseum. I believe it's going to get the crowd going. We do have Thrash. He is, like we like to say, very versatile. He's a lucha libre style. He has some strong moves too. We've seen him pick up Norinco. So, I mean, I'm not surprised if Thrash actually takes this one.
I have to agree with you there. Of course, Cosmo Orion, I think he's a little bit in over his head. Losing streaks that are going to happen in his career. He's on 0-5 in singles, losing streaks since Battle on Star Mountain. I agree. I think Thrash is going to take it.
I'm actually on the same boat with you guys. Cosmo has just had too much losses, man. He's suffering heavily. So something's going to have to change soon. He's going to have to win, do whatever it takes, I guess.
So for 3, I mean, I think besides that, what do you guys think is going to happen after that? After the Big Bang, let's say if Cosmo does take the loss, what would happen to Cosmo? What do you guys see him? Where do you guys see him going?
Like you said, he only called out Thrash because Thrash has yet to win a singles competition.
Big words.
I think Cosmo Orion is going to be crying in the corner once he loses.
I honestly don't know what's going to happen to Cosmo. I don't know what he's going to do, where he's going to go from
mean, hopefully, Cosmo, when you watch this, when you're watching this, if you do lose, man, I hope from there nothing but up, because yeah, man, that streak has been keeping you down, and it's been. You can see it with aerospace. You can see it with the people in the locker room. You have changed. So we're hoping that the Big Bang, you can show up. Finally, the Cosmo that we knew, the inaugural champion that we saw at the first Big Bang. Anything else that you guys like to mention about this match? Moving forward to the next one.
I think that's it.
We saw it for an opening match.
All right. Hello guys, so for our second match that we're going to be breaking down here tonight, it's going to be our 6-man scramble match. This 6-man scramble match is a beautiful stipulation. The stipulation basically is going to allow the winner to have a title shot of their choice at the event of their choice whenever they want. From this, the 6-man participating in the event are basically all PWL's own. They're all grown from the academy, so that's going to be a great match full of grudges, friendships, and backstabs too. What do you guys think? From the members that are joining, who do you think who's gonna come from out of there as a champion, or I mean, as the #1 contender for a championship?
Honestly, I got Gino Caminari.
Gino Caminari.
Gino Caminari is on the same track as Cosmo. He hasn't really won. He did what against Tucabom at our last show. Gino's starting to pick up that momentum. I feel like winning this will shoot him up with more momentum to get possibly get a title shot.
That's a big pick. I mean, from out of the 6, we do have Gimo. We also have, I believe, Stephon Prince is gonna be on there. So that's why I call it backstabbing there, because you know how that happened at 4th and goal earlier this year when Schweiger basically dismantled before our eyes. But besides that, I think Stephon's actually, to me, gonna be a sleeper. You know, somebody that maybe is gonna come out on top because he's very opportunist. I know he has a lot of technical abilities that some of these other wrestlers may or may not have, but I know that his resilience, that's gonna put Stephon on top, and he's also a champion as well, like Gino, so that's gonna
The longest reigning.
yeah. There you go. So that's gonna have something to play in the scramble match. Who do you got, XIX?
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to agree with Nate here. I think Gino Caminari is gonna win as well. Gino Caminari, although being a fan favorite here, hasn't really had that much success. He won the Lone Star title, only held it for 29 days, the shortest reign from the Lone Star title in history. So I think this is where he gets his opportunity to finally win the match and get that.
We do have 2/3 of the Inglorious Bastards participating in this scramble match as well. I mean, we do know they just come from losing from the. I mean, it wasn't really a loss for them. They were attacked by who knows what and who knows when here earlier this year before they got to go ahead and go against the Hay Brothers. That's why the Fan and the Furies are actually champions, in my opinion. I mean, the Glorious Bastards didn't get a chance, but of course, 2/3 of them are going to come into this match to actually get an opportunity. That's something that's going to be different from this match, because 2 teammates at the end of the match, they're going to have to beat each other, submit each other.
I want to touch on something like that. Is it possible that if either one of them wins, they could use the opportunity of a tag title?
We'll figure that out with management. I don't know if it's going to also be, if they have to use it by the next event. I have no idea what's up with that, with the rules behind it. I know management's going to have more on it throughout the week before the next. Before that match takes place. We also have Beast Boy in it. Beast Boy, also I like to believe he's one of the biggest fan favorites right now. Throughout all the shows, people show up for him. I mean, in social media, he has been staying at the gym, like how he always mentions, you know, getting those gains, and he has been picking up at that match. At the last match, he picked up Marty Snow and Stephon at the same time, which showcased his raw strength.
Of course, we also have Chukabom in the match. A crazy story that one is right there.
Yeah.
Being a homeless, living around Thoma Arena, and then eventually living under Thoma Ring.
Are we sure he's not under there now?
I was about to say, we don't know if he might be under there peeping me through the tarps, but nonetheless, he's also in this match. Anything can go.
It's gotta be a wild match, that's for sure. He could be flying over the top rope, could be technical, who knows?
That's for sure. That's going to be an amazing match. It's going to be probably one of the match of the nights, in my opinion, just because it's going to showcase all of PWL Academy's true talent that is basically brewing here in El Paso, Texas. But let's get words here from our sponsors, some more highlights of this year's shows, and we're back here to break down our third match.
Look at the... Oh my God! Gino into the ladder!
Actually, is spinning the crowd over.
Both men are running on fumes. And never did I ever think that this man would be returning.
Un luchador de clase y de técnica y también.
The swooping swallow! Oh, the Elias looks like... Oh my God! Canadian Destroyer! With a top!
¡Paso!
Oh my God!
¿Pero qué está haciendo Aydan Cole?
He does not want to give that up. And now caught in the head scissors. There's the strength of this arm.
Puro poder.
Coast to coast. Oh my God, look at they're both ragdolls in the middle of the ring. The fireworks.
Y ahí viene.
Oh, running away into the corner. Marco Bardet. And he's going insane. As a Rico. No, let's see the big guns. Well, Ducks covers. And a Eagle slam! The strike caught by Diamond. His super flash. And super flash. Now Stallion getting another shot at Corrales. Is this going to go on all night? I think he's doing it right now. What is the line going to do here? He's going to into one cutter. The leg. Oh my goodness.
Jesus Christ.
Baby. For high risk. Oh. Vacation. Oh my God. This is history in the making. And here he is, that's what...
Alright, and of course our next match is going to be Aydan Cole in his returning match. Aydan Cole obviously suffered a horrible injury off that unsafe El Dragon at Battle on Star Mountain. And obviously you guys know why I'm winning. Of course, Aydan Cole.
So yeah, lucky guess.
Lucky guess.
Anyways,
Yeah.
of course, everybody knows I don't like Aydan. And I hate that he's back. But the fact of the matter is, he hasn't wrestled since September 10th. He might be a veteran for a long time, but just losing a week of ring any conditioning is gonna mess him up.
Yeah.
So I mean this as the whole utmost respect. I don't think he's gonna take this, especially someone in Gino Rivera, who's gone against the likes of Keith Lee, Darby Allin, Karrion Kross. Gino Rivera is a veteran. So Aydan, yes, we don't have a good relationship, but I'm just saying, you're not gonna win this match. Gino's gonna take it.
I want to second that there with XIX. I believe Gino Rivera is a pitbull, like how he mentions, the Puerto Rican pitbull. He is fearless. Every time steps in the ring, the people, either they love him or they hate him. And honestly, it's just something that's going to bring Gino, and it's going to bring Aydan Cole to another level. I think this match is literally going to explode. It's literally I think the epitome of Big Bang. The whole reason why the Big Bang is two titans of the ring basically kind of collide to each other and create such raw, pure strength, emotion in that ring. I know you guys are divided in this. Aydan.
Y'all keep underestimating Aydan, man. Aydan has the experience in that ring, just like Gino. It's gonna be. Aydan's gonna walk.
Bro, he hasn't wrestled since
It doesn't
September
matter.
10th,
It
dog.
doesn't matter. No matter how much time.
Get
it is.
over it.
No,
He's not gonna
it
win.
doesn't matter.
He's not.
Winning the match. I'm telling you this now.
Yeah. The one thing I do will agree with Nate on that is that he was stripped of the belt, so I am a big believer that he is still a champion just because of the fact that he never lost it in a match.
See,
that's just my opinion. Of course, I do also respect the current champion, Skybird, and but nonetheless, like I mentioned, losing the belt in the ring is different than being stripped from it. So
See,
Aydan
has some sort of a brain.
I mean, he has something to prove still at the end of the day, but it's gonna be a match that, I mean, it's gonna be one for the books, and it definitely.
I agree, but once again, I may say this with the most utmost respect. I don't like Aydan, yes, but I can say this as if I never knew the guy, and I knew that he wrestled for however long he's wrestled. He hasn't wrestled since September 10th,
Doesn't matter.
Battle on Star Mountain. The ring conditions on today. He's not going to be able to have that awareness like he did 3-4 months ago.
Let's just go to the next.
All right, so make sure you guys go tune in. And make sure you guys get your tickets for January 6th so you guys can see the Puerto Rican Pitbull go against the heel with fan appeal, Mr. Aydan Cole himself. You guys don't want to miss that one.
And we're back. Of course, our fourth match of that night is going to be Mask versus Title. Tiger Man Jr. versus the Bastard Marty Snow.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. I mean, the Bastard Marty Snow himself, the glorious Bastard, going against a dynasty, the Dead Tigre, you know. And that's something that's going to be huge because it's not just the title itself that matters. Here in this, it's also the mask, and that's also all the tradition that follows the mask of Tiger Man Jr.
So, with that being said, I feel like Marty's gonna win the match. I feel like he's gonna rip the mask off of Tiger Man. I did used to hate Marty, but he quickly grew on me. Yeah, I really think he's one of the top wrestlers in this promotion.
From piggyback to what you just said, Marty Snow is to me also one of El Paso's, and if you want to include also some of Ciudad Juarez in there because of the fact that in La Frontera here, I mean, he has been wrestling in every promotion, main events, beating everybody, including Mini Aviso Negro, you know, like how he likes to mention, carrying the whole Delgado promotions on his back. Big whatever he has, he really revamped the whole title, created a new one. From there, he's been going off to Vegas, representing the promotion out there, and as well representing El Paso and Juarez. So I do believe Marty Snow is going to have a huge advantage in this match just because of his experience. But I do also believe that Tiger Man Jr. is coming in with something that you've seen in the last shows. You've seen the people react to him. You guys have seen him throwing beers and everything, you know. So that's something that momentum, that I like to call, is something that's going to be very hard to stop. But Marty Snow, nonetheless, like I mentioned, has taken down Titans. And Mini Aviso Negro is a huge titan, even though from his size, you know, from facing people like Cobarde and, you know, going against El Dragón, the Fatal 4-Way, including Cosmo Orion. But nonetheless, I do think this match is going to have to be seen to see who's going to go on top. I have no idea right now. I'm completely 50-50. When it comes to a mask being defended, Tiger Man Jr. is going to probably go all out. That's all I know.
As for me, I have to say, this feud has been brewing since Wild and Free when Marty got that initial win. And then it started again when Marty decided to ask Tiger Man Jr. to see if he wanted to join Tiger Glorious Bastards. Tiger said no. And it's been going back and forth. Of course, at Delgado Promotions, at the judging arena for their show, Marty defeated Tiger Man Jr. again. Marty Snow is 2-0 on Tiger Man Jr. One thing I'm gonna say is that, and you being a lucha fan, I'm learning about lucha. The mask is a luchador soul. So I believe that that's just enough motive for Tiger Man Jr. to keep his mask on and for him to become the new All-Star champion.
What do you think about that?
I think he brings up a good point, but as you mentioned, Marty is 2-0 on Tiger Man. He has Tiger Man's number, so it's highly probable that Marty does win it and takes that mask off of Tiger Man.
Yeah, so the stipulation, of course, that we've had going into this match before that was that Tiger Man can't touch Marty, which has not been done yet. That's not, he doesn't have the shot, title shot. From there, of course, the second stipulation is the Mask versus title here. I do believe whatever happens after this match, though, it's going to be a big stepping stone either for Tiger Man Jr. or for Marty Snow, because not only if Marty Snow wins and takes Tiger Man's mask, that's just going to put him in the whole different other level that when people come here and wrestle him, they're going to have to bring more to the table. Vice versa, too, if Tiger Man strips Marty Snow, that's just going to make Tiger Man something that, with the momentum he's gaining, El Paso hasn't seen probably in a while either. So it's gonna be what I like to call him the Keith Leo El Paso sometimes backstage. He's just a huge kid, so I know he's gonna bring it to the table, guys. But nonetheless, like I mentioned, you guys make sure you guys tune in to our YouTube channel. Catch up with all the episodes before the Big Bang on January 6th. You can subscribe. We have over 20 episodes, other highlights you guys can go ahead and watch. Also training videos from our academy. So go ahead and tune in. And with our fifth match to break down here on Before the Big Bang, basically we have our triple threat tag team match. Basically this tornado tag team match is going to feature Los Angeles Rebeldes, basically the Delgado Promotions tag team champions. It's also going to feature our PWL tag team champions, the Fat and the Furious, and it's also featuring the 915-656 tag team champions, the Hate Brothers. This is basically whoever comes out on top is the best in the region.
Honestly, the Hate Brothers, I feel like they're honestly the best team in this match. With that being said, of course, I'm picking the Hate Brothers to win. I feel like you said, they're the best tag team in this match. They have the most experience out of any of them. It's good.
That's a pretty bold words because the Hate Brothers are up there with what I was thinking, but considering the lucha style they have going against the Angeles Rebeldes, I like to think the technicality that Los Angeles Rebeldes have right now, they're also probably might be matching each other, but it's always like a heel versus the baby face, los técnicos and los duros. And I have Los Angeles Rebeldes just because of that. That's something that luchadores have in them. When they go against the heel, they can just dig it in. But I'm pretty sure the Fat and the Furious, they wrestled both teams and they beat both of them. So that's something that you do have to keep in mind.
Now for me, I just want to say that this is honestly probably the match I'm most excited for. I have no idea what to expect. We've seen Angeles Rebeldes and Hate Brothers face off against each other all the time in Delgado.
Yeah, exactly.
But then we get the Arizona-based Fat and the Furious PWL Tag Team Champions in the match as well. And that's who I'm picking. The Fat and the Furious, I believe the team who's recently won their own set of tag team belts is going to take in this crazy, cracked out triple threat match.
Yeah, if anybody has more of a hybrid style, well-rounded, I would like to say it is the Fat and the Furious. They have the strong style that Chubby brings in, also with the
power with every death.
Classic pro wrestling, and it's basically what it is. But then we got Turbo Reyes coming in with
speed.
it, also all the lucha moves that he can pull off. Facing up against the Dragon before and others alike. So, and even Hammerstone. So I know he has a lot to bring to the table. Going to the other side of the table, which we have the Hate Brothers and Los Angeles Rebeldes, purely lucha libre, both teams straight out of Juarez. They're pride and joy right now, the tag team division of Juarez and here in El Paso, Texas. So
Hate Brothers are the 915-656.
yeah, exactly. So out of all the promotions that we have here, the best. That's why I think this match, whoever comes out on top, is going to prove that who is the best in El Paso, like you mentioned. But also, it's going to go beyond that because they're coming from Arizona, and they're bringing different styles that it's just going to be the title of our event, Big Bang. It's going to be enormous.
Big Bang.
Yeah, biggest match. Definitely one to look for. That is going to be right before a co-main event. That should be right before a co-main event. That's going to be something that's going to be towards the end of the show. Any other thoughts here on this team here today? That you're okay?
Yeah.
I know you're excited. You're not
So
choking.
excited, he's choking, but
He's choking on the excitement.
Yeah, 3 different championship teams. It's gonna be
A lot of belts in the ring, so it's gonna be awesome.
Getting into our final matches of the night. Next up, we got the PWL World Title match between Norinco, our Battle on Star Mountain winner. Of course, that's how you earn this opportunity at the title, taking on the champion Skybird. Honestly, for that match, I think I'm going to go Norinco here.
Norinco.
I really think I'm going to go
All right.
He has a lot of momentum off his recent wins of Stefan Prince and the Battle on Star Mountain win. Everything is a lot of momentum going into it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's something that Norinco actually mentioned. It was the fact that he even called that management out in the back, saying that most of the contenders for the people he was wrestling were not up to par. You have the number one contender going onto this big event going for the championship, right, for the world heavyweight title. He felt disrespected. Going back to what you're saying, I think that's why he showcased his strength. He was trying to basically show PWL management that he's gonna come out here and take over supposedly the 20 year veteran from León, Guanajuato, Skybird, which is going to be something that I don't think is going to be an easy task or easy to approach. And I'm pretty sure that's something that here XX is going to talk a lot about, because you've seen Skybird wrestle, you've seen everybody else wrestle, and he can wrestle anyone.
Yeah, so jumping off what Marco says, honestly, I don't even know who to pick, because again, Skybird, one of the major veteran playmakers in this city amongst Juarez and of course El Paso, everywhere else. Of course, he's well traveled. I've seen him go against the likes of Gambus, of course, Nodian, because they know you as well. I've seen Skybird go against the junior, Aviatico. This is going to be a match that nobody's going to be able to tell, because again, Skybird is a veteran, but Norico, he's trained by Hijo de Marquez, trained by one of our trainers here at PWL Academy, Crazy Star. That boy knows his way around the ring. Yes, he might be young. Yes, he might be a little bit of a party, but at the end of the day, he knows his way inside of those ropes. But to tell you the truth, I don't know who's going to win this.
Ronda de las, like we like to say, basically, it's gonna be a big event. Like you see them doing llave contra llave, like I mentioned. It's gonna be a lot of submission holds. We've seen, it's called Skybird, pull those kind of inverted leonesas, all those moves that he learned over there from Guanajuato, and of course from his spells, in the F in Mexico.
All the classic
Skybird jump off this stage.
I know we've seen him jump off the stage at
we've seen Norico jump off the ledge at 14
Exactly.
goals.
So we're seeing two men going against each other that have gone above and beyond to do whatever it takes in and outside of the ring to become champions. Our current champion, of course, has done more, not just here with us, but also with the Gallup Promotions Lucha City, also with Lucha Frontera. He has been just an amazing champion. I mean, I've seen him, and you guys have seen him on social media everywhere. He is everywhere, and he has more than 3 shows a weekend. And I think that's a true sign of a true fighting champion. He's always putting that belt in line and rightfully always coming out on top. Going against Norinco, although like I mentioned, Norinco is 21, right?
It's
22 years old. Basically, almost has how many years as Skybird has been wrestling.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Skybird has wrestled more than Norinco's even been alive.
No, exactly, and I'm pretty sure that's a true statement. Pretty sure PWL management will put that on the ticker here.
Because Skybird's been wrestling, what, 20 years maybe?
Yeah, so close, 20 years. I'm a big believer. Yeah, he's 99, I believe. But I mean, going back to here to this match, our co-main event, Norinco versus Skybird. We got Nate going for Norinco. Undecided. Honestly, that's something for me as well. Undecided.
I decide.
It's gonna be something we're gonna have to see. I mean, it's gonna be something to watch, to see, because at the end of the day, anything can happen with this too.
XX, I do hate you, but I can understand why you're not picking, because it's kind of an unpredictable match.
Why are you so buttered, bro? Anyway, Skybird, I believe, is going to take the win.
Yeah, so make sure you guys are there January 6th for our co-main event featuring our reigning PWL World Champion Skybird versus our #1 contender, Norinco.
Just to think, we're only just a little bit a week away, and I'm already sad that this could possibly be the end of the Big Bang 2. Excitement, just building up to it, but now we are on our main event.
Our main event, breaking it down, who do we have?
El Guarde versus Stallion Rogers. Backstory, Wild and Free, the first time these two faced off, of course I believe it was El Guarde's second time appearing in PWL, Stallion Rogers' first time appearing in PWL, and that event was probably one of our best 2022, but the one match that everybody was talking about was the first rendition of Stallion Rogers versus El Guarde.
Yeah, so
going to that match is absolutely amazing. Went all over the ring. I think even a fan got attacked.
Yeah.
It was an amazing match.
Oh yeah, that match, Nate, you're right. It was also featured, of course, in our 4th of July weekend event. We had Stallion Rogers coming in from NXT. After that, I remember he went out to a Japan school about 6 months to Pro Wrestling Noah, of course. He partnered up with Hijo de Dr. Wagner.
Worldwide name is Stallion Rogers.
He did a bunch of amazing things, of course, with the Gaff Boys as well, when he came over into our seminar. But of course, like people like to mention, the first rendition of this match was something that that people have seen on our YouTube channel and they've commented on, and it's probably one of their most viewed videos, and it's honestly one of the best matches that I've called, but also that I always watch to go back and see because of the fact that these two men left everything in the ring. I mean, you can watch it like we mentioned. We'll put the link in this video on there so you guys can go to it. And I mean, not only was it a lucha premiada, not only the crowd threw money at them. I mean, it was a standing ovation. It was a beautiful match. It's weird to say, but it was beautiful.
I honestly think that's probably a top 2 match in all Pro Wrestling Legacy history, along with Marty and Cosmo and everything like that.
But one thing for certain is that we have to decide who wins. Now, of course,
We do.
like he said, Stallion Rogers, before he even faced off against Uncle Otto, during the COVID era, he was in WWE, wrestled on 205 Live, even took on Santos Escobar for that for that Cruiserweight Championship. And then, after losing to Uncle Otto in the first match, he went on to go to Pro Wrestling Noah and tag with people that Dr. Wagner.
Running everybody, you know,
Who
going
knows?
against.
And I have respect for Stallion Rogers, but again, he might have wrestled in Japan. I saw that he learned a little bit of Japanese, maybe even knew a few more moves in the ring. But I'm gonna have to go with Uncle Otto.
Yeah, and then honestly, el cobarde, el tercera generación, o cuarta generación, pero el cobarde 3, coming from the Dinastía Delgado. We both all went. We went as a team to go see him actually wrestle in Juarez at a live AAA event. You know, it's televised. You can also watch that on YouTube. It was such an honor to see him grow in front of our eyes. Not within just the last 3 years, from becoming from Hijo el Impostor to becoming now El Cobarde 3.
Was the name that carried on? Dinastía Delgado?
Yeah, I mean, from going there to Caos, Lucha Libre, and I know he's been traveling in California and of course with Delgado Promotions. But I know that's something that it won Sam over, and because of the fact that he's never seen them before, and when he finally got to see the Cobarde,
Of course, yeah.
he has a nickname now, Kobe, for him.
Kobe, yeah.
Kobe, but I mean, both of these men, they wrestled each other before, even when they were little, they used to train. So that's something that's going to be, like we like to say, the Big Bang 2, and it's going to be the rematch 2. It's going to be the main event for a reason. Both of these men are just going to collide in the ring, and not only that, they're going to be all over the ring. I know Nate is a huge fan of Stan Rogers, so I'm pretty sure you're going to go with him.
Oh yeah, for sure I am. Throughout the pandemic, I had watched his stuff in NXT and 205 Live. I absolutely loved his work, and I saw some of his stuff on the Indies, and it was absolutely amazing. And no surprise that I'm disagreeing with Sam with XIX again. Just
Yeah, so I mean, you got El Cobarde as well. I mean, the first rendition of this match, we had El Cobarde come out on top for this second rematch, main event. The only thing I can say to you guys is you make sure you get your tickets for the El Paso County Judging Arena for January 6th. Event roughly starts around 7 p.m. So that wraps up our Before the Big Bang special here. Basically, we broke down every single match. We got our opinions from Nate and from XIX. And we hope to see you guys there at El Paso County Coliseum Judging Arena, January 6th, 6 p.m.
get your tickets now.
Yeah, and
Online, you can buy them from me at my job if you know.
so my name is Marco El Sabio Romero.
I'm Nate Rivers.
My name is XIX.
And thank you for tuning in to Pro Wrestling Legacy.